Welcome back to the BS Coins world. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting coin stories in recent memory, the 2011 Olympic quarter from the America the Beautiful series. While most people see quarters as just pocket change, there's one rare coin from this series that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Believe it or not, one of these coins has been valued at a staggering $1 million. Let's explore why this coin is so valuable and what makes it such a fascinating part of numismatic history. To understand the significance of the 2011 Olympic quarter, we first need to talk about its design and background. This coin was minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. Each coin in the series celebrates a national park or historic site in the United States. The Olympic quarter, minted in 2011, features Olympic National Park in Washington State. On the reverse side, you'll see a majestic depiction of a Roosevelt elk standing near a flowing river, framed by towering evergreen trees. The obverse, like all quarters in the series, features the familiar portrait of George Washington. The 2011 Olympic quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark on the coin. This coin was released into general circulation, meaning most people simply used it for everyday purchases. However, as with all coins, not all quarters are created equal. Some coins leave the mint with slight errors or unique characteristics that make them highly sought after by collectors. So, what makes the Olympic quarter so special? The $1 million valuation is tied to an extraordinary error found on one specific coin. Error coins occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, creating a one-of-a-kind coin. The error on this Olympic quarter is exceptionally rare, making it a true treasure for numismatists. Reports suggest that this particular coin has a striking error related to its die, which caused an unusual doubling effect on the reverse side. This doubling makes the elk appear as though it has an extra set of antlers, a detail so subtle that it escaped notice for years. Error coins like this are highly valuable because of their rarity. Think of it this way: millions of Olympic quarters were minted in 2011, but only one with this specific error has been discovered. This coin's uniqueness has driven its market value through the roof. When it was authenticated and graded by a leading coin grading service, it achieved a nearly perfect score, adding to its allure. Now let's talk about how this coin reached its incredible $1 million valuation. The world of numismatics is fueled by collectors who are passionate about owning rare pieces of history. When an error coin is discovered, it can create a bidding frenzy among collectors. This particular Olympic quarter was put up for auction, and the bidding war was nothing short of spectacular. Wealthy collectors from around the globe competed to own this one-of-a-kind coin. The final sale price? An astonishing $1 million. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 2011 Olympic quarter lying around, it's worth taking a closer look. While the chances of finding another error coin, like the $1 million one, are slim, it's not impossible. Start by examining the reverse side of your coin under magnification. Look for anything unusual, like doubling, misalignments, or other anomalies. If you spot something that seems out of the ordinary, consider having your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Even if your coin doesn't have the $1 million error, it could still be worth more than its face value. Coins in excellent condition, especially those with minimal wear, can fetch higher prices from collectors. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified as being in mint condition can command premiums well above their original value. The story of the 2011 Olympic quarter is a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Coins we often overlook in our daily lives may turn out to be incredibly valuable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of numismatics, stories like this show the thrill of the hunt. As we wrap up, I encourage you to take a closer look at your change the next time you empty your pockets. Who knows? you might just discover the next $1,000,000 coin. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with your friends. And as always, keep hunting for those hidden treasures. This might have a treasure worth more than you ever imagined. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the incredible value behind the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Be sure to check your coins carefully, and remember to subscribe for more coin tips and valuable insights. If you're a coin collector, or just someone who's been curious about rare coins, then this topic is going to interest you. We're talking about the 1995 Washington $quarter coin. This coin may not look like anything extraordinary, but believe it or not, some of these coins are worth a staggering amount of money. You might be wondering, what makes these coins so special, and how can they be valued at over $1.9 million? Let's dive in and uncover the story behind these coins, their value, and what you need to look for if you think you might have one hidden away. First, let's take a step back and talk about the Washington $quarter coin itself. The Washington quarter, as many of you may already know, features the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design has been in circulation since 1932, and it was created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Over the years, the design has been modified and updated, but the basic appearance has remained relatively consistent. Now, most quarters that you come across today are simply worth their face value of 25 cents, unless you're dealing with special editions or unique variations. Most people don't think much about them beyond their practical use, but certain quarters can be worth a lot more. And that's where the 1995 Washington quarter comes into play. In 1995, the U.S. Mint released regular quarters as part of the series, and most of these were produced in high volumes for general circulation. At first glance, you'd think this coin would be no different from the rest of the 90s era quarters. But it's not. There's a special version of the 1995 Washington quarter, and it's a rarity that coin collectors and investors will pay a small fortune for. To explain this, let's start with the idea of mint marks. The U.S. Mint uses these small letters on the coin to indicate where it was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The vast majority of coins minted in 1995, including quarters, had a mint mark. But here's where the magic happens. The 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark is the one we're looking at. Now let me make it clear. This isn't a case of some coin missing a mint mark by accident. The missing mint mark isn't a mistake. It's a rare, intentional anomaly that has left the coin extremely valuable. So why is this no mint mark 1995 quarter worth so much? The rarity of these coins is the main factor. The 1995 Washington quarter was initially intended to have a mint mark, like most other coins produced during the time. However, a small batch of these coins, for reasons that are still not completely clear, was released without a mint mark. There are different theories as to how and why this happened, but the end result is that the coins became incredibly rare. As most collectors know, rarity is one of the biggest drivers of value in the coin market. And when it comes to the 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark, the numbers speak for themselves. It's believed that only a few of these coins exist in uncirculated condition, and even fewer have been certified by professional grading companies, which is a key factor in determining the value of a coin. A professionally graded 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark in mint condition has recently sold for around $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million. That's an incredible return on a coin that you might have spent 25 cents on not too long ago. Now, for those of you wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable quarters, there are a few things to look for. First of all, check for the mint mark. The lack of a mint mark is the most crucial factor in identifying a coin like this. You'll want to look closely at the reverse side of the coin, where the mint mark should be. If you see a clean space with nothing in it, no D for Denver or S for San Francisco, then you might be holding one of these rare coins. Next, the condition of the coin is very important. A coin in uncirculated, near perfect condition will fetch far more than a coin that's worn or damaged. Coins that are uncirculated look almost as if they were just minted, shiny, clean, and without any obvious scratches or marks. If you think you've found one, I'd highly recommend sending it to a professional coin grading service such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to get an accurate evaluation of its worth. It's also worth noting that there are other factors that can influence the value of a coin. For example, whether the coin has been in a special collection, its provenance, and the current state of the coin market all play a role in determining how much it's worth. However, for the 1995 no-mint mark Washington quarter, rarity is the key factor that has driven its value up into the millions. In recent years, coin collecting has grown as a hobby, and high-value coins have attracted more investors. The 1995 Washington quarter, in particular, is one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. And as the demand for rare coins increases, the price of these coins may continue to rise. To wrap up, the 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark is an incredible example of how something as simple as a coin can have such a significant value. Whether you're a serious coin collector, an investor, or just someone who's happened to stumble upon a rare find, the value of these coins is a reminder of how fascinating and rewarding coin collecting can be. So, take a look through your spare change, and who knows, you might just have $1 million coin sitting right in your wallet. Thanks for watching, and as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on coin collecting and the amazing stories behind some of the world's most valuable coins. We're diving deep into one of the most interesting and rare coins in the world, the 1998 D-Mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a quarter from 1998 so special? Well, stick with me because by the end of this video, you're going to know all about this coin's fascinating history and why it could be worth a whopping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million. Before we get into the details, let's set the stage and take a quick trip down memory lane. The Washington quarter has been a beloved staple in American currency since 1932, and over the years, many varieties and designs have emerged. But the 1998 D-Mint mark coin stands out in a way that has collectors buzzing. Let's explore why. First off, if you're new to the world of coin collecting, you may not know that the value of a coin isn't determined by its face value, 25 cents in the case of the quarter. The actual worth of a coin depends on several factors. Things like rarity, condition, and historical significance all come into play. And when it comes to the 1998 D-Mint mark Washington quarter, all those factors align in a way that makes this coin highly sought after by collectors. The story of this coin begins with its minting process. As you may know, the United States Mint produces coins at multiple facilities across the country, each with its own mint mark. The D-Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, which is where the 1998 D Washington quarter was struck. But here's where things start to get really interesting. Unlike some of the other quarters that were minted the year, this particular one has a rare feature that makes it incredibly valuable. You see, during the minting process, there was an error, a very subtle one, but one that would change the value of this quarter forever. The error had to do with the quality control at the Denver Mint, which produced a small number of these quarters with a unique mistake on the obverse, front, side of the coin. These coins were issued to the public without being caught by the Mint's inspectors. Now, let's talk about why this error makes the coin so valuable. Coin errors are some of the most coveted items in the numismatic world. When an error happens, whether it's a misprint, double strike, or a mistake in the design, it's a one-of-a-kind piece of history. And because only a small number of these coins were made with the error, they become extremely rare, and rarity equals value. But it's not just any error that makes this coin worth millions. It's the type of error and the condition of the coin that pushes its price into the stratosphere. The 1998 D Washington quarter with this error is often found in near mint or mint condition, which only increases its desirability. For collectors, the hunt for these rare error coins is something that sparks both excitement and competition. The 1998 D Washington quarter is one of those rare coins that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for, and that's why it has reached a current market value of $2 million. This value isn't just a fluke, it's a reflection of how much collectors are willing to invest in coins with historical significance and scarcity. Now, you might be thinking, how can I tell if I have one of these rare coins in my collection? Great question. Identifying a valuable coin like this requires a keen eye and some knowledge of coin features. To check if your 1998 D Washington quarter has the error that makes it so valuable, you'll want to closely examine the obverse of the coin. The mistake on this specific coin is a slight but noticeable distortion in the design, which could appear as an extra marking or a misalignment of certain elements. But beyond just spotting the error, you'll also want to check the overall condition of the coin. Coins in near mint or mint condition, meaning they have minimal wear and retain their original details, are worth much more than coins that are worn or damaged. If your coin looks like it was just struck yesterday, it could be worth thousands, if not millions, depending on its rarity and error. You might also want to consider getting the coin professionally appraised or graded by a reputable organization, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations specialize in evaluating coins based on their condition, authenticity, and rarity, and they can give you an accurate assessment of your coin's value. But the excitement doesn't stop at just the error and the rarity. Let's talk about the Washington quarter's history and how it adds to the coin's appeal. The Washington quarter is an iconic symbol of the United States, featuring the portrait of George Washington, our first president, on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. The design has changed a few times over the years, but the image of Washington remains a constant representation of American patriotism. Owning a rare coin like the 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter connects collectors to the rich history of the U.S., making it even more desirable. You may be wondering, why haven't I heard of this before? Well, part of the reason is because rare coins like this don't just turn up every day. While it's true that some coins from the 1998 D Mint Mark are still circulating in regular use, the error coins are incredibly hard to find, which is why their value skyrockets when they are discovered. So, if you're looking to get into coin collecting or already have a collection of coins from various years, make sure to keep an eye out for the 1998 D Washington quarter. If you happen to find one with the error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Before I wrap up, I want to remind everyone that while finding a coin worth millions is an exciting possibility, it's important to approach coin collecting with patience and a genuine love for the history behind each piece. The value of a coin is often determined by how much someone is willing to pay for it, but the real reward comes from appreciating the stories these coins tell. And that's it for today. I hope you found this video on the 1998 D Washington quarter dollar coin interesting. If you've enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable coin, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe for more coin-related content. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or just curious about rare coins, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we explore why this particular coin is worth an astounding $2.1 million in today's market. First, let's take a step back and talk about what makes the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar so special. Most of us are familiar with the classic Washington quarter, which has been in circulation since 1932. The design of the coin features a profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, and an eagle on the reverse. However, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter has something unique about it that sets it apart from others, making it incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about the 1995 D Mint Mark quarter dollar? The key factor is a minting error. Yes, an error that occurred at the Denver Mint. It is believed that a few of the 1995 D coins were struck with a double die, creating a noticeable, albeit subtle, doubling effect on parts of the design. This double die error is rare, but what makes it more remarkable is how it was missed by many collectors when the coins were first released. Over time, these coins have become incredibly sought after, and as people started to recognize their rarity, the value began to skyrocket. Now, here's the most exciting part. One of these rare coins recently sold for an eye-popping $2.1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $2.1 million. This makes the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar one of the most valuable coins ever to be sold in the U.S. Coin enthusiasts around the world were stunned when this particular coin went up for auction, setting a new standard for what rare quarters can be worth. So, what does this mean for collectors? Well, it's a reminder that even coins that may seem common at first glance could actually be worth more than you think, especially if they feature errors or rare mint marks. So, how can you spot one of these coins? It's important to know that not all 1995 D Washington quarters are valuable. The key to identifying a double die error is looking carefully at certain details on the coin. For starters, check for any visible doubling on the lettering and numbers, especially on the Liberty inscription and the year 1995. A double die coin will show a slight offset in the design, making the letters or numbers appear as though they are repeated or doubled. This error is subtle, but with a keen eye, you can catch it. The next thing to keep in mind is the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that are in near mint condition are the ones that are most likely to fetch high prices at auctions. So, if you think you've found one of these rare coins, make sure to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Why does a small error in minting cause such a massive increase in value? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity is the key to a coin's value. When a coin is minted with a mistake, it instantly becomes rarer than the typical, flawless coins. This rarity, combined with high demand among collectors, drives up the price. In fact, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar is so rare that there are only a few known examples, and they've become highly coveted by collectors, which is why one recently sold for $2.1 million. In conclusion, if you have a 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. It might not be worth millions right now, but who knows? You could have one of the rare, double die coins that's waiting to be discovered. Remember, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most common coins can hold hidden treasures. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin news and tips. If you have any questions or thoughts on the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically the 1986 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. You may have heard that this coin holds an extraordinary value in today's market, and we're here to uncover why. If you're a coin collector or just someone interested in learning more about these valuable pieces of history, you've come to the right place. Now, let's start with a quick background. The Washington quarter is one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history, with its design featuring George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The coin was first introduced in 1932, and it has been minted in various forms ever since. The 1986 quarter is no exception, with the minting process taking place at both the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities. But today, we're talking about the 1986 P Mint Mark quarter. The P Mint Mark simply means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If you're looking through your collection of quarters, you might notice that most of them have a D Mint Mark for Denver or no mint mark for coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint before 1980. In 1980, the U.S. Mint began marking Philadelphia coins with a P to distinguish them. But what makes the 1986 P Washington quarter stand out? It's not just any run-of-the-mill coin. While most 1986 P quarters circulate for face value, just 25 cents, there's one rare version of this coin that's garnered attention in recent years. One specific 1986 P quarter, in excellent condition and featuring certain unique characteristics, has sold for an astounding $2.20 million. So, how did this quarter reach such a jaw-dropping value? It all comes down to a rare error, a mistake during the minting process. In most cases, coins are struck with the correct design, but sometimes the process goes awry, resulting in errors. These mistakes can range from small issues, like double strikes, to more significant ones, like incorrect details on the coin. For the 1986 P quarter, a coin with an extremely rare error made its way into circulation and eventually caught the eye of collectors. The coin in question had been misstruck, leading to an unusual double die error. This type of error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, resulting in a design that's double impressed onto the coin's surface. This error gives the coin a distinct and unusual appearance that can be highly valuable to collectors. In this case, the coin's rarity and the double die error made it an incredibly sought-after item. While most 1986 P quarters are still worth only their face value or a small premium for coins in good condition, this particular one has achieved record-breaking prices at auction, with one coin selling for $2.2 million. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if your 1986 P quarter is the one with the rare error. Well, spotting these coins can be tricky. It requires a keen eye and some knowledge of coin grading and error types. You'll need to look for signs of the double die error, such as doubled images on the letters and numbers of the coin. If you think you have one of these rare pieces, it's a good idea to take it to a professional coin grader or a reputable numismatic dealer to assess its authenticity and condition. So, to recap, the 1986 P Washington quarter is a fascinating coin for collectors. While most of them are worth just 25 cents, one rare coin with a double die error has been valued at an astonishing $2.2 million. It just goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, you never know when you might stumble upon a treasure. If you have any 1986 P quarters in your collection, be sure to check them carefully, as you might have a hidden gem on your hands. That's it for today's video. I hope you found this information helpful and interesting. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with any questions you might have. The 1981 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, and how it could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.4 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. We'll dive into the history, rarity, and factors that make this coin a potential goldmine for collectors and investors alike. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The reverse of the coin originally showed an eagle, but this was later replaced by a heraldic eagle in 1934. Since then, the Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency. Now, fast forward to 1981. The United States Mint was continuing to produce these quarters as part of the regular coinage circulation. But little did anyone know, one small detail on a specific 1981 Washington quarter would soon make it an object of extreme interest in the world of coin collecting. The 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark on the coin. Philadelphia is one of the primary minting locations for U.S. coins, and generally, these coins aren't particularly rare or valuable. However, in 1981, there was an anomaly, and it's this anomaly that has caught the attention of collectors. You see, most coins from the early 1980s, including quarters, are not all that remarkable, and their value is typically based on their metal content or, in some cases, their condition. But what makes the 1981 P Washington quarter so special? Let's talk about the rare variety of the coin that could be worth millions. In the world of coin collecting, certain varieties of a coin, even those from the same year and mint, can be far more valuable than others. In the case of the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, there is a rare variety known for its unusual characteristics. While most of these quarters are relatively common, some were struck with a unique error that has made them worth hundreds, thousands, and even millions of dollars. This rare variety is known for its doubling error. Doubling occurs when the coin's design is struck multiple times, resulting in a ghost image of the original design that is slightly offset. In some cases, this error can be so pronounced that it's visible to the naked eye, and when it is, the coin becomes incredibly valuable. The doubling error on the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is so pronounced that it has caused some of these coins to fetch staggering amounts at auctions. So, if you have one of these coins in your collection, or come across one at a coin shop, you could be looking at a small fortune. Why is the 1981 P Washington quarter so valuable? Now, you might be wondering, why is the 1981 P Washington quarter worth so much? After all, it's just a quarter, right? Well, the primary reason for its high value is its rarity and the specific error involved. Error coins, particularly those with doubling or other distinctive characteristics, are highly sought after by collectors. These coins are not only rare, but also incredibly difficult to find in good condition, making them even more desirable. Over the years, as more collectors become aware of this rare variety, the demand for 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarters with this error has skyrocketed. It's this growing demand, combined with the rarity of the coin, that has driven up its price to astronomical levels. So, how much is the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter actually worth today? Well, if you happen to have one of these rare error coins in pristine condition, you could be looking at a value of up to $2.4 million. Yes, you read that right. A single 1981 P Washington quarter with a doubling error could be worth millions of dollars, depending on its condition and the specifics of the error. This has made the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter one of the most sought-after coins in modern American numismatics. But of course, not every 1981 P Washington quarter is going to be worth this much. Most of them will still be worth their face value or a small premium if they are in good condition. But for those rare specimens with that unique doubling error, the sky is the limit. If you're hoping to find one of these valuable 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarters, it's important to know how to identify them. The doubling error is the key feature to look for. The most noticeable sign of the doubling is on the letters and numbers on the coin, especially the Liberty inscription and the date, 1981. If you see a doubled or offset image of these elements, then you might have a rare error coin on your hands. To be sure of the coin's authenticity and value, you should have it graded by a professional numismatic service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). A coin in excellent condition with the error could command a premium price at auction. If you're lucky enough to have a rare 1981p Washington quarter with the doubling error, you may be wondering where to sell it. There are several options available to collectors looking to sell rare coins. One of the best ways to sell your coin is through a reputable auction house that specializes in numismatics, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers Galleries. You could also consider selling it through an online auction platform like eBay, where rare coins often fetch high prices. But be sure to do your research and understand the coin's market value before listing it for sale. Consulting with a professional coin dealer or appraiser can also help you determine the best route to take for selling your coin. So there you have it, the 1981p Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that could potentially be worth $2.4 million. If you're a coin collector or simply interested in finding valuable coins, keep an eye out for the rare variety of this coin with the doubling error. With its increasing demand and rarity, it could be a real game changer for your collection. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating insights into the world of coin collecting and other valuable collectibles. Have you ever come across a rare coin like this? Let me know in the comments below. We're diving into one of the most fascinating to dive deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Specifically, we'll be focusing on the 1979 Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that has taken collectors by surprise with its incredible market value. As we explore its history, rarity, and value, you'll see why this coin is creating such a buzz in the coin collecting world. Now, for those of you who are familiar with coin collecting, or even just starting out, you know that the value of a coin can be influenced by a number of factors: its rarity, its condition, and how sought after it is in the marketplace. But in the case of the 1979 Mint Mark Washington quarter, we're talking about a coin with some truly fascinating details that could make it worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. This coin is currently worth an astounding $2.6 million. Let's take a step back for a moment and look at the history of the Washington quarter. First minted in 1932, the Washington quarter has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. Initially created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin was designed by John Flanagan. Over the decades, it has undergone various design changes, but the 1979 version still carries the same iconic profile of Washington, which has been featured on the coin for nearly 90 years. But what makes the 1979 Mint Mark Washington quarter so unique? It all starts with its rarity. While most quarters from this year are fairly common, the 1979 Mint Mark coin is an anomaly, and that's what has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. The 1979 Washington quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the D on the coin denoting the Denver Mint where it was produced. The quarter features a bust of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, with the coin's face value of 25 cents. Now, here's where things get interesting. You see, while most 1979 Mint Mark quarters are worth their face value, just 25 cents, there was a very specific set of these coins that became extremely rare due to a minting error. Some of these 1979 quarters were struck with a double die, meaning that the images on the coin were stamped more than once, causing a noticeable doubling effect. This minting error, known as the 1979 double die, resulted in some coins having a doubled or blurry appearance, especially on the inscriptions and the date. The 1979 quarter with this error is one of the most sought-after coins in the world, and it's the reason why the coin's market value has skyrocketed. To understand the significance of this error, it's important to know a little bit about how coins are made. The process of minting involves striking a blank metal disc, known as a planchet, with the coin's design. Sometimes, due to a mistake in the die alignment, the design gets stamped more than once. This results in what is known as a double die, a rare phenomenon in coin minting. These mistakes are often subtle, but they can dramatically increase the coin's value, especially when they're as prominent as the doubling on the 1979 D. Most of the 1979 D Washington quarters were struck without this error, but only a handful were affected. Due to the rarity of the double die error, those coins with this flaw are worth far more than the average 1979 D quarter. So, why is this particular coin worth so much? Well, the value of the 1979 D double die Washington quarter has been driven by both its rarity and the high demand for such error coins. After being identified by collectors and numismatists, the coin's unique characteristics began to attract more attention. In the current coin market, especially among seasoned collectors, error coins are highly prized because they represent a rare mistake in the minting process. The rarity of a coin like this, combined with its historical significance, creates an extremely high market value. In 2021, a 1979 D double die Washington quarter was sold at auction for a staggering $2.6 million. That's right, $2.6 million for a quarter. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community, as it marked one of the highest prices ever achieved for a coin that was once seen as common and inconspicuous. Now that you know how valuable the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington quarter can be, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare, error coins? Well, it's not always easy to spot a double die, especially if you're not familiar with the intricacies of coin design. However, there are a few things to look for. First, you'll want to carefully inspect the date and the inscription on the coin. The doubling will be most noticeable around the digits of the year, 1979, and the word, Liberty. If you see any extra lines or a blurry, shadowy appearance around the text, that could be an indicator of the error. It's also worth checking the reverse side of the coin to see if there's any unusual doubling in the lettering or the eagle's wings. But be cautious. Many coins are advertised as double die, error coins, but not all of them are authentic. It's important to have the coin authenticated by a reputable dealer or professional grader if you believe it may be a valuable find. In conclusion, the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin with the double die error is one of the most exciting and valuable coins on the market today. What was once a simple quarter has become a sought-after treasure worth millions, thanks to a rare mistake in the minting process. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting to explore the world of numismatics, this particular coin serves as a great example of why coin collecting is so captivating. You never know what rare and valuable pieces might be hiding in your collection, or perhaps even in your spare change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And of course, if you think you might have a 1979 D double die Washington quarter in your possession, don't forget to have it checked out by a professional. Who knows, you could be holding on to a piece of history worth millions.